Hey, what's going on, guys? Big D here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are on Big D, my main account, my Town Hall 13, and we're going to be doing some Sui LaLo today and trying to push back up through Titans and eventually back into Legends, more than likely, and try to bounce up and down there because we really want a bit of a challenge. And to be honest, in Champs League, there's not too much of a challenge for a Town Hall 13. There is the occasional strong base, but the base design usually isn't too hard. So we're going to be doing some pushing today, like I said, using Sui LaLo. I'm trying to get more comfortable with this strategy just so I can use it in CWL. I'm not comfortable enough with it to use it in CWL because I feel like it's a risk. I feel like I would risk for the 3-star and maybe potentially 1-star. I just can't do that in CWL. We have to get a 2-star or higher. So minimum 2 stars in CWL at the level we're at is typically what wins it. And I say that because obviously your 3 stars are going to win the war. Your good defenses are going to win the war. But all in all, if you can get 2 stars on every single base, you have a very good chance of winning. So we're going to take this attack strategy out and try to do some pushing today. Okay, we are going to hit this base right here. We see this base quite often. I cannot tell you how many times we see this base during the day, but let's see. How can we trade for this royal champion maybe? I wonder. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and send the king in. We're going to try to do just a swap. King for the royal champion because we really want the royal champion to go down before the LaLo portion. And if he goes down, we're going to go ahead and pop his ability. Now that means what I really want to do is we're going to send an ice golem in here, a yeti, the queen, and hopefully take out the enemy queen as well. And then we'll just send in this wall breaker just for fun. Freeze goes down. That level 50 queen shouldn't be too much of a problem. As long as my queen gets in here, this Yeti should take out this. There we go. The air defense goes down, and I'm going to pop my queen's ability, get through their enemy queen. Awesome. And that means we can attempt to use the Royal Champion right over here for this scatter shot and multi-target inferno. That would be ideal. So scatter shot goes down, and then okay, a Tesla pops up, no problem for the Royal Champion. Royal Champion is going to get through this multi-target inferno, and then we're going to have to deal with everything else. So go ahead and send in just a few balloons right there, and I tell you what, we're going to rotate from. Hold on, is okay. That's awesome. So that means I can rotate from this way, and this pretty good. We'll send everything in through here. We're gonna freeze over this. We're gonna raid into here. And let's see. We do have one scatter shot on the back side. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I really need my warden to get in here with this 4-pack going into the town hall compartment. And then we're gonna pop that ability. We did miss some of the balloons. I should have waited a little bit longer, but I didn't. That is okay. We're gonna haste this group through. We really need to get some going over here. And then we're gonna freeze. We are gonna haste again. We really need to get through this. Come on, come on. I think we're gonna fall short. I really needed to hold that freeze potentially just a little bit longer. Maybe we can get through the scatter shot. Scatter shot does go down, so we have a chance. Come on, we gotta make it to the. All right, the expo goes down. That means there is no defenses left on the base because that expo was dead. And then our balloons are okay. One balloon left. And then we got a little bit of cleanup left as well. There we go. That's going to be for the triple. Obviously, there was no clan council troops to deal with. And that's another big thing that in Legend League, you would always be faced with defensive CC. But not having to attack against an enemy CC is obviously a pro to me. I can get a triple. I could drop my king somewhere, my queen somewhere else, and then get some more value out of my royal champion as I did. And I think it was it was pretty good value for a base like this. This base, you can always get pretty good Sui hero value. Typically, the eagle is in one of the outside compartments, and then the islands have, you know, the scatter shots and the inferno tower on them. But that was a pretty good attack. Let's go ahead and get another one trained up. And actually, let me change this because I found that I want to use a Yeti. So instead of 2 ice golems, there we go. We can train that back up. And you know what? I really don't know if I need 3 rages there. If I had 2 more freeze, I think, you know what? We're going to go ahead and change this army as well. Let's go ahead and drop this and bring 2 more freezes and see if we can make that work a little better. Because I feel like we don't necessarily need 2 rages in the top. So, Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to go ahead and change this as well. Might as well. And get to working just like this. So, we're going to get a dragon and some balloons in the clan castle. That is so that if the queen doesn't go down, we can use this to take down the queen. The dragon out of here, the balloons to distract, raise it up, and then the queen goes down. Or for the town hall, dive, or you just never know. If I don't need to dive for the town hall, then I can put this in a stone slammer. That's in my clan castle. And then use that with the pack of balloons, and then it just pops and turns into more balloons and then a dragon, you know? So there's many ways to use it. That's why I like Sui LaLo, because you can be very versatile with it if you learn how to use it properly. So go ahead and send this request. We're going to wait on our heroes to wake up, and we're going to go back out and hit another base. Alright guys, we're going to try to hit this base with LaLo. I do see a little bit of value we can get. Now, I'm not sure if there's anything in the clan castle. The enemy royal champion is down, and their queen is down here. So I'm going to actually try to blimp for the queen this time and see if I can get this dragon to take her out. But first, we got to test for the clan castle, and I want to see if I can get the town hall down and the scatter shot. So let's see. How are we going to do this? We're going to drop this. We'll break in with a super wall breaker. We're going to get a Yeti right over here. And then hopefully that does get us going in here. So let's see. Let's get our king over here. We're going to go ahead and get a wizard down over here and over here. And maybe, just maybe, push these guys into the base here. And that does look like it's going to be the case. Let's go ahead and send the royal champion in too. And I'm hoping she goes where I want her to. But if not... Oh man. Okay, so King does pop his ability. He's actually going to go around. There is something in the clan castle, but it's nothing detrimental to my LaLo attack, so it's okay. But it does look like we are going to get stalled up on it. I was hoping not to have to use this poison here, but that is going to be the case. Let's go ahead and pop the queen's ability. Get through the ice golem and then the balloon. That means the town hall is not going to go down here, so unfortunately, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the queen. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to just full send. No, you know what? We are going to go for the queen right here. This is why. So we're going to go ahead and rage. We're going to drop right on the queen. And then the dragon is going to take her out. There we go. So that means we can LaLo from the town hall side. So let's go right over here. Do a little bit of this. And pound in. They're going to freeze. They're going to pace. Then start some up here as well. And coordinate this group. We are going to freeze right here. Oh, this is looking a little grim already. Probably not my greatest performance with LaLo. I really need the warden to catch up to the town hall, but I guess not. Okay, so this is gonna be bad, it seems. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of cleanup going. Go ahead and pop the warden's ability through those eagle shots. We're gonna try to get to the 50% mark here, though. And let's go ahead and freeze over this right here. Yeah, this is not gonna go too well, but that's okay. So we did get the 2-star. That's what we're looking to do. Minimum get the 2-star. Wow, look at this. Look at this, folks. Grand Warden got chased by a Seeking Air Mine. He got taken out. So 53%. This is a really bad example of LaLo. Trust me. I've seen better. I've done better. And this is not a very good example. But that's okay. Maybe it's really an example of what not to do. So you can use it either way, I guess, right? I'm still learning. So give me a little bit of time. I'm not used to Sui LaLo at Town Hall 13, to be honest. I do a little bit of Electron LaLo here and there, but I've not really done a real Sui LaLo, so I'm still learning my comp and switching things up and trying to be as versatile as I can, to be honest. So let's go ahead and get my Clan Castle troops requested. Hopefully someone's online to get me those. And wow, we got a pretty long wait on our hero, so I'll probably boost those up and do one more attack for you guys, but I do have something else I want to show you. Let me get another army trained up here first, though. And let me get some siege machines going because I forget to do that. And let's see if I can find this. Let's see, should be right here. So this was a triple I got with Sui LaLo earlier on a Town Hall 13. And yeah, so here is my entry on this one. I wanted to get the Royal Champion and the Queen down. They're both in the same place. Now, my original plan wasn't to do what I did here per se, but I was going to do my King and Queen in here under behind an Ice Golem, and then use another Ice Golem somewhere else with my Royal Champion. But I ended up actually sending everything in here because I needed to get both the Queen and the Royal Champion down. And I happened to only get the Royal Champion down at first, and then so I proceeded to send in everything else for the enemy queen. So that bomb there took out my king's barbarians that were raged up. That probably would have taken the queen out. And then my queen doesn't go inside. She steps over here to the right into this compartment and decides to go rogue. So I decided, let's go ahead and send in the other part of my Sui hero portion to try to get that queen taken care of. So here we go. Ice Golem goes down, starts to absorb some fire from the cannons and the multi-mortar. And there we go. The Royal Champion's coming in behind. Multi-mortar goes down. She starts to hit the cannon. And then I drop the poison on the queen because nothing came out of the clan castle thus far. So I just thought nothing was in there. Let's go ahead and push forward with the attack. Queen goes down. I do take out an air defense. I weaken this scatter shot right here, which is going to be big. We really need those scatter shots to go down. I preferably like to take scatter shot down early in the attack, but it doesn't always work that way. Then I start my rotation down here at the bottom, rotating counterclockwise across the base. Warden's down early, and then I still have the blimp. I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to go with this blimp, or did I want to do a stone slammer? So it looks like I went ahead and popped it in for the town hall because it didn't look like my balloons were going to get it. It had not been activated yet, so I had to make sure to send this in to get the town hall down. And then the warden ability covers almost all of the balloons. Some of them are weak. Some of them have a decent amount of health going into this last scatter shot. So we really need to get this scatter shot taken care of. And then there we go. Scatter shot goes down. Dragons in the core doing some cleanup as the balloons work their way through. Now, this could have cost me time if I did not go after that arch tower, but luckily it did not. I did triple this base. So balloons working through. Have plenty of balloons left for the moment, but time could have been a factor here. They have to travel all the way back across the base to take care of that sole archer tower. This is why you hold 2 to 3 balloons for the back end, because if I had 2 or 3 more balloons, I could have dropped them on the archer tower, no problem, taking it out, and time could not even have been a factor. So lesson here, always hold 2 to 3 balloons for the backside. You never know when you need to distract something or take out a building for time. So, but we are going to clean this base up. This is a triple on this ring base. Now, the key to Sui LaLo is your Sui hero entry. You need to get value from it. You really want to go get the Royal Champion taken care of and the Queen taken care of along with the Clan Castle, and possibly anything splash damage wise you really want to take out, especially if you can take out a scatter shot. That is probably one of the best things you can take out for a Sui LaLo is a scatter shot, assuming you do get the Queen, Royal Champion, and Clan Castle dealt with, if there is one. Obviously, like I said, I am in Champs 1, and I'm not finding the hardest bases. Thank you, Kojito. Thank you very much for the Clan Castle, and he did fill it up all the way. So let me go ahead and boost my heroes, and we're going to go ahead and get one more attack in for you guys and see if I can't get another fresh live triple. Alright guys, we're going to try to Sui LaLo this base. I have sort of a plan in my head to get into this compartment, attempt to take out the Town Hall. I really don't know if we'll make it that far. That is 4 Expos and 3 heroes right there, but we're going to try to do it just for the heck of it. We're going to leave the Royal Champion up and see if I can't use my blimp to take care of that. Question is, can I get this funnel in correctly? See, can I maybe do this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and send this Ice Golem in. And then as soon as he takes, there we go, he gets them distracted. Going to send that in. We'll send the king in right here. He should walk up and then to the next barracks over. And then he should be attracted by the enemy king. And then the Yeti should go right on in there as well. And then we pop the king's ability, try to force him through, and hopefully they aggro to the enemy queen. There we go. A bunch of giant bombs in there. Should have seen that one coming. We're actually going to go ahead and send in our Royal Champion here as well. So I'm really just hoping at this point that there's no clan castle, because I noticed it is way down here. I probably should have tried to do a pull, but I did not. Let's go ahead and pop this Royal Champion's ability so the Town Hall doesn't go down. I'm going to have to figure this out now. I tell you what, we are still going to try exactly what I thought I was going to try, and we're going to LaLo like this. Try to send it in just like so. We're going to send in our Grand Warden and a blimp, and these right over here as well. Haste in here, and then we're going to rage over the Town Hall at some point. Right there, and then Hot Warden's ability right here. Town Hall should go down. It does. Scatter Shot on the right side goes down, and then into the Eagle. Eagle does go down. We're going to haste through this compartment right here. And then we're going to freeze here, rage here. And then we're going to freeze over this. Wow, this is going a little better than I thought it was. Let's go ahead and freeze over this multi, try to get it taken care of. It does go down, and then we're going to freeze and poison right here as well. Start some cleanup as well to make sure we don't time fail. And then here we go. We should get this down. Assuming everything else goes to plan. It looks pretty good. We are looking good for the triple here. I'm glad there was no clan castle. Obviously, if there was a clan castle, enemy clan castle, this probably would have been a different story. Luckily, there wasn't. Now, we may time fail. We only have 23 seconds. We do have only one storage up, actually. We may still... No, 3 storages. I'm sorry. One about to go down. And then as long as this Royal Champion doesn't get drawn to, and it shouldn't, because that army camp goes down. So this Royal Champion should not be a problem. We have 9 seconds to go. Last storage goes down. We only have a few seconds to get through these buildings, and it is going to be a time fail. 3 seconds, 2, 1, 0, and a 95% time fail with Sui LaLo. I will take that any day. That close to the triple, and all I needed was some time. I had plenty of troops left over to finish this. I'll take it. I really should have tried to deal with a CC there, but I really just assume in Champions League that there's not a clan council, or it's not a detrimental clan castle to a LaLo attack. So it's a bad assumption for me to make, especially moving up, trying to get into Titans again and then into Legends. But I just make that assumption in Champions League. It's hard not to. So we'll get another clan castle requested. But that was the last attack of the video. I just like to be sure I have another army trained up and going. So we do. Let me make sure I changed over this army. And I did. Okay, so everything's good on that front. Yes, I'm going to be continuing to try to learn Sui LaLo and get really, really comfortable with it so I can try it in some wars. And then maybe next CWL, I will be able to LaLo triple like a champion, like a pro. But that's a pipe dream. I'll never know until we get there. But thank you all for watching this episode of my Town Hall 13 attacks. I still don't have an idea to name this video, or this series rather, because honestly, farm to max is what I would call it, but I'm so close to max, it's almost not worth it. I have 3 mortars to go, and then resource buildings, and that's it. And the resource buildings literally mean nothing to me, because I have all the loot that I need. As you can tell, I'm actually over capacity in elixir still from the last gold pass, and then dark elixir I'm still pretty much maxed out besides what I use for my army. So I just don't need any loot besides gold, and I only need gold every 2 weeks almost, right? So anyway, that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. You are all amazing, and I'll see you in the next one.